Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel on human design. Today I'm going to focus on the fifth line, and in particular whether fifth lines have a nasty side to them or not. So here's the question that comes from My Humanity. This is their question. Hey Richard, thanks a lot for the insights you provide us here on this channel. If you don't mind, I have a question about something I've seen from some human design analysts, and I'm not sure it is legitimate, and I'd like to verify whether or not it's true. I was going through a Rave cartography document by a human design analyst, and I was surprised by the way the analyst described the fifth line. The analyst went on about how the fifth line is nasty, and the fifth line nastiness. Verbatim, there is nothing nastier than a 5. Talk about the hard edge, pure, sheer, unadulterated nastiness. It's a byproduct of paranoia. You cannot be a heretic unless you are nasty. And this nastiness is also what gets you burned at the stake. So if you're going to be nasty, you'd better be right. I love nastiness. It's so amusing. When I first started and everyone was coming from these nice, happy, smiling teachers and gurus, it was so nice to say, fuck off. It was wonderful. So perfectly 5 nasty. I remember someone saying to me, but don't you care? No, I said, but that's not true. That is something else about 5s. Nastiness is part of their protection. One of the things the 5 realizes from the time it is born is that anyone who tries to know it is an idiot, including its mother. None of these beings that seem to be hanging around them know them, but at the same time want something from them, and they may or may not be able to deliver. And it makes 5s very nasty. You cannot just walk into my aura. You can't do that to me. I will be nasty. That's just me. People get a coldness and arrogance from me that I wouldn't ever want to get from me. What it's saying is, you want something from me? Good for you. Now fuck off. That's the 5. They are born that way. A result of the positive projection. And what comes next is the negative. He's bad. He is the devil. We should kill him. He should be burned at the stake. Nasty bastard. That description seems somewhat bizarre to me. I never heard Ra speak about the fifth line that way. I've gone through all the fifth lines in the line companion, and I never got this nasty sense. I trust your perspective. I've been following you for a long time, and I hope you can clarify or verify whether or not all this is an accurate depiction of the fifth line nature. Well, My Humanity, thank you for that question, because I think it's going to be good to get this out to the fifth lines. I remember a time when someone said to Ra, you're such a nice man. And that got him really angry. And he said, I'm not nice. I'm a nasty little survivalist. So he used that term there. And I like part of what you've written to me about the fact that all the projection coming on the fifth line, a lot of people are attracted to that aura. And providing they can deliver, and they can deliver in a practical way, the fifth line is amazing. I mean, let's just put it in perspective. The fifth lines are the ones that can come in when no one else can come in with something practical in a moment of crisis and get them out of it. So the fifth line has a great deal to offer. But at the same time, because of that attraction field, there are a lot of people coming and they don't want to have to deal with them all. Hence the paranoia, or what can be paranoid. Always keep it in balance, because again, the fifth line is something that can say exactly what needs to be said in a moment of crisis to help the other person. There is that side of the fifth line that really is looking at the other person, seeing the other person, and seeing what it is that's necessary for them, in a way that a lot of the self-destiny profiles don't see people so clearly, to be able to deal with them in the exact right way, the way that the fifth line can. And I've been a witness to that many, many times. I've also seen the projection field suddenly change from attraction to repulsion when other people are talking to the fifth line. So yes, it's a real mechanic. And yes, it is nasty. It can be nasty. You know, there's a lot in us. There's a lot in what Ra calls the killer monkey that is not nice. We are held in the collective morality and the standardized education and within the tribal 4037 at the moment in the cross of planning. But when that goes away, you know, it's not going to be the same thing. It's going to be a much more individual time in the sleeping phoenix. And something else Ra used to say, it's not really natural for people to all get along in the way that we've been trying to just get along with each other over these last 400 odd years. It's actually not the human way. It's just been imprinted on us during the cross of planning. So I think you're going to see more nastiness, but you're also going to get to more reality of what people actually are. And the other thing about the fifth line and the nastiness is, you know, a fifth line doesn't exist on its own. It exists in a form. And that form may be emotional, and they might be having a bad day. You know, it's like just one more thing, someone wants something from them. Yeah, that can come out. It does have an edge to it, the fifth line. I will definitely confirm that. All fifth lines have an edge, and it's sharp, and it cuts both ways. You know, it can cut down to exactly what is needed in this moment, but it can also slash and burn too. So, yeah, it's built into the mechanics. So thank you very much for the question. I hope that's been informative and useful to those people that have fifth lines or have fifth lines around them. And please don't just think of the fifth line as a nasty line. It can be. And it's not just the profile, it's wherever you've got a fifth line. So if you want to use this information in your own life, then look at your fifth lines in your own chart and see where they have been nasty in your own memory. Always verify the information for yourself. The whole point of human design is that we're here to operate under our own authority. So yes, great to get more information, great to come to someone who's been doing it for a long time like me, but also really verify it for yourself and verify it for yourself in your own chart. And one more thing before I go, the deadline for the professional analyst training is the 2nd of September because we start on the 3rd. For those of you who want to be a professional analyst and would like me to be your teacher in that, I will take you all the way very deep into the mechanics and into your own chart in multiple ways you've never even considered. So it's also a chance for those of you who may not want to be professional analysts, but want to go really deep and who also want to learn the techniques and the skills of really analyzing a chart and going deeper. You have that opportunity now. And that will be over on the 3rd of September when I begin this new training. So one last reminder, if you want to join me and the rest of the students, you are very welcome. Okay, well, I hope you've enjoyed this video. And if you have, please like, share, and subscribe. And I shall be back very soon with something completely different. See you then. Bye.